Hello, everybody. It's Bran, and I'm here to tell you I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hi, everybody. It's Brian, and I'm here to tell you I like Christmas movies.
Hello, everybody. It's Dan. I'm here to tell you I despise those movies, and we are
the Hallmark Podcast. Deck the Hallmark. It's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh, boy.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. It's great to be here for another week of Hallmark Christmas reviews. What an episode of Deck to Netflix yesterday. Fantastic to kick off that season.
Lindsay Lohan flick.
I got a text from our pal Jen Kirkman.
Okay.
And she said, did someone pay you off? You were so nice about Falling for Christmas. To which I said, I'll never tell.
That movie was bad. And I said as much.
You did say as much.
I said I didn't know what movie you guys were watching. Yeah. It was terrible.
I think Jen was more on your side, and I said, I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
We're talking about in Merry Measure today. In Merry Measure. Very excited to talk about this. Will we sing the whole episode?
No.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. Oh, I'll never tell. Take it, Dan.
Never tell.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell. So it's going to be a really great episode today. And a really great week all together.
We're singing all originals, too, which is the best part. Yeah. No covers. No covers. All originals. That's the only way the Cardi Boys roll.
I do want to talk about the elephant in the room, which is last week we watched All Saints Christmas.
Yes.
And while I was watching that, I said, I love the sweater, cardigan that the dad is wearing.
That's right.
And
you're a Cardi B. You're a Cardi boy.
That's what I'm known for. And Brian and the other double-deckers sleuthed their way to a small independent website called Amazon.
Well, we found it first
everybody.
on eBay.
We did start
and
on
it was
eBay.
way more expensive. And then we found it on the Amazon. Yeah. And look.
There it is.
They had every color imaginable.
Yep.
3 shipped right to the door, and next it looks great, Bran.
Oh, man, so warm.
You're gonna one more button. Okay. One more button.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
But
you guys are both doing this thing.
Yeah, we do.
Where you do the no buttons on the bottom. But I don't know. To me, it feels like I'm like
putting on a show.
Yeah, to me, it feels like I'm
show off.
I'm not here. I'm not here for that type of entertainment. You know what I mean?
So you think that somehow we're immodest for not fully buttoning our cardigan?
Wow. Yes.
That's a hot take. I will say this. Since Brian's gotten here, he has brought that New Englander godlessness with him, and it's been really hard. So maybe we're being influenced.
Just rubbing off. It's pretty easy. You guys are pretty easy, actually. This is going faster than scheduled.
Right. I like it when I'm sitting. I do like the way that it is when I'm sitting without the two buttons.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when I'm standing,
you should check with Tyler on.
I don't know how many more times we need to do this.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know.
So the elephant in the room is we're wearing cardigans. That's the elephant in the room. If you're watching us,
that's the
address it.
Yeah, had to. There's nothing we could do.
That's the elephant in the room.
Couldn't go any further.
But yeah, let us know if you're watching this, or maybe you're listening. You can envision it. What is a better call? Is it two buttons, none on the bottom? Or is it sixpence none the richer?
That is an option.
What is the best thing to do?
That's what I want. Any of
them. Dan?
Yeah?
A lot of people were asking me about what I thought about the Backstreet Boys Christmas album.
Yes.
I know you were listening.
I have not heard a single second.
They actually have did a few originals. One of the ones that I love the most is How Was Your Weekend?
I've heard that's a good one. A standout on the album.
Brian was sick this weekend.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
I felt great this weekend, so I feel good. Weekend's over. We're 16. Well, actually, we still after this week we'll be 16 of the new boys done.
Yeah, 16 of the new boys done
with 24 left, and we got the big haul coming up.
The big haul coming up this weekend, this coming weekend, guys.
Right.
Oh, that's
Can
crazy.
I talk about this a little bit?
Please.
Can I talk about this a little bit?
You have to get it out of your system, obviously.
Three Wise Men and a Baby.
That's right.
It has to be the most anticipated Hallmark Christmas movie from like true Hallmark fans. Like, of course, there are the people out there that will watch a couple every year. They'll turn it on. When's the Candace one doing it? When's the Lacey? But the people that love Hallmark Christmas movies, like, this is it, right?
That's right.
Super Bowl.
Has there ever been a movie with more anticipation than this one? Dan, at least since we've been doing it?
There's no world. It's not even close.
Yeah, can't be.
And I feel like the hype is getting too much.
We were talking about this at lunch.
I'm a little worried about how much hype is involved here.
That's
because when we first heard about this, it was a while ago, and we were like, dude, that's going to be a home run. But now I'm starting to get a little bit concerned, is all I'm saying.
But here's, you know what gave me hope, and I don't want to dive into this current movie. This current movie actually gave me hope for Three Wise Men and a Baby. I felt like this, and we'll get to it in a second, but I did feel like they let Patty and our guy, Brendan Penny, who's on the line.
Oh, let's hear what he says.
Dang it. I was told we had him.
Really?
Are.
So
I even put my earbuds in and everything. He wasn't there.
He's not there.
It's unbelievable.
But I felt like they let them go.
Yeah.
And so that gave me like, you know what?
Okay.
They're gonna let Paul and Kimberly write the movie they want to write.
Okay.
We're gonna do something we've never done before. This movie actually gave me, and I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not saying if I like this movie or not. But
seems like this take may already be in the can.
I don't want to never tell.
Give it away.
I'll never
I
tell.
can't imagine a world where you are tepid or worse on Three Wise Men and a Baby.
Okay.
I can't imagine what would have to happen for you to not at least say, yeah.
Like after watching it, is that what you're saying? Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. Unless something there's a part of it, like a trope you really can't stand. Like this dude, a party planning, that probably wouldn't even ruin it for you.
Wow.
You know?
If they made it a party planning movie, that'd be brutal.
Yeah.
There's no way those three guys can save a party planning movie. I said what I said.
No,
that's bad.
No. Well, there's one way.
What's that?
Shirtless Tyler Hines.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not happening. I think we all know it.
I know. I know. You guys want to talk about Anne Mary Measure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
The Friday night movie. November 11th. Could have been a troop movie. Could have been anything. For Veterans Day.
That's right.
We went with Anne Mary Measure. November 11th.
Bedtime stories would have been.
Could have been. Didn't. And it went a little something like this. We meet Darcy, who is singing some Christmas tunes at a piano bar in the big city of New York. Have you heard of that? What are your thoughts on piano bars?
I'm hard out for me on almost any live music in a bar setting.
Really?
And I love to go to a concert, but just like if I see people setting up for live music in a bar, I'm typically out of there.
You want to be able to hear your conversations.
Yeah, or I just don't think it's going to be good.
But no. For me, it depends.
Of course it does.
Depends.
Yeah.
By and large, I don't want to hear a cover band.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why piano bars, dueling piano bars is like double trouble.
Ugh.
It's nonstop covers of songs, but on pianos. I can't.
I would almost prefer the covers.
You think so? I want to hear what you got. I want to hear what you're made of.
Yeah, because you used to play bars with your original stuff. I would go to support my friends.
Yeah, but then I also had to play covers, and I hated every second of it.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna do covers, I'm gonna do them
and I saw you
not recognize the song.
I saw you live, and this is not a bit. And you were in a Christmas sweater because it was during the holidays, but it was hot out, and you were pouring sweat. Yeah. But you committed to keep that sweater on.
Was that the show where I walked out on tables?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't Jacob Johnson's band?
I think
there
so.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun time. Muggy Joe's, Joe Muggs. What was the name?
Mojo's. Before they shut down.
Muggy Joe's.
Now
they're different bar.
Crepey Crepes in the Crepe Towns.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Crepes, the Crepe Towns, yeah.
Anyway, not a fan of piano bars, in short. But she does a thing. She does a show that's called A Very Darcy Christmas. The people go nuts when she starts to sing her hit song, Sugar Rush. And I think we all know why, because it is a bop. She's handing out physical CDs to kids in hopes that the younger generation will like her music. They don't know what a CD is. It's fun times. It's clear that Darcy is an artist on the decline. She used to be a big deal, and now she is not. She hasn't had a hit since Sugar Rush. She lost her agent earlier this year, and she's still trying to grind, but she's doing it all by herself. She's hoping that a record label will be interested in her. She's talking to her sister, and she decides to go home to spend Christmas with her sister, Gretchen, and her niece, Megan. Gretchen's husband died earlier in the year, so Darcy thinks that it would be nice to help make the holidays still feel festive and Christmassy during that first holiday season. Megan is nervous because she's going to try out for a singing competition that Darcy actually started when she was in high school, overachiever. Darcy goes to get coffee when she gets back in town, and she spies Adam, her high school rival. Despite him trying hard to avoid her, she still knows that it's him. She shows up to pick Megan up at school. She's crying. She got nervous, struggled to sing, and so she got cut. So she goes to give the teacher a piece of her mind. And guess who the teacher is? It's Adam. They bicker, and he's like, I've won this competition 6 times running. I know what this competition needs. She doesn't have it. Blah, blah, blah. That night, she comes up with a great idea. Get Megan and some of the other scrubs together and form a new group, and then challenge the other group to a sing-off.
A sing-off.
So she gets her group together, asks them each to sing. It's not great, but after some lessons about confidence, some spotlights, and magic.
Pizza restaurant.
They absolutely crush. So she takes them out for pizza, makes them perform in front of a crowd, and they crush it with more stomping and clapping than ever before. The next day, she finds herself talking with Adam, and he's like, you're so talented. And she's like, don't make me sing. Here's a new song. He's like, that new song is great. You should have a record label. The next day, the students come together, and they decide that we want to form a super group. We want to combine forces, no more sing-off. They reluctantly agree. After practice one night, Adam is like, let's go get a beer. They have fun. They're talking. They decide that they both don't not like each other. They don't not like each other. She gets a call from a record label. They're interested potentially in signing her. He has to run it by the CEO, and the CEO isn't going to want to hear her perform 3 new songs. After rehearsal, Adam gets asks Darcy out on a proper date. She says yes. She gets very nervous. They have an absolute blast, and after, they're walking, and it's snowing, and it's magical, and it's all signs point to Kiss Town, USA. I wanna kiss right now. Because that's
Kiss Town, USA.
That's a band called Kiss.
Oh, I see what you did there.
This show is
layered.
This show is
Layered.
We don't get enough respect.
Like the Cardi.
No one gives us no respect.
Are you going for Rodney Dangerfield?
No one gets the same respect about a nuance.
What are you doing?
No one gives me. No
you
one
can't
gives
pull on your collar and use any voice you want.
No one
and that is not passed.
Sounds like Barney.
No one gives me respect.
It's a Dangerfield Barney.
No one give me any respect.
It's like an animated Marlon Brando doing Rodney Dangerfield.
No one give me any respect. She ends up stopping the kiss, and before they kiss, and tells him that she's going back to New York after the holidays, is worried that kissing will make things more difficult. She'll get attached. He understands. They awkwardly hug. She gets a call from the label, and the guy's like, the CEO does want to see you. But bad news, everybody. It's that they're going to be the same day as the competition.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me?
She tells the group.
Get out of town. And they're across the country from each other?
Well, a couple states. She tells the group at dinner they're supportive overall. Adam finds her outside and is like, hey, when you're traveling and touring around the world, if you're lonely, give me a call. No respect. The next day,
It
she
took me a full 3 seconds to realize you were still trying to do the impression.
The collar grab is
No,
sorry, I didn't call her.
Yeah. You didn't collar grab. I was like,
No respect.
oh, is that Will Kemp doing Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, pip, pip. No respect. The next day, she gets to New York, and in her bag, she finds Coach Darcy Harold Singh shirt that Adam puts in her bag, and she clearly gets very sad. Cut to the competition. Adam gives the group a pep talk to go have fun. Darcy shows up and tells her sister that she told the label that she's going to leave right after singing, and I'm going to move to Dayton. That's where my home base is going to be, Dayton, Ohio. We're going to go to Dayton. They support her,
George
and
W.
no, ain't no getting no respect. Weapons of mass destruction. They support her. They sign her. She goes to find
Ray Charles, too, almost.
A little bit, Georgia.
They go to find Adam. She goes to find Adam backstage. They kiss right away. They watch the kids sing. They dance a little bit, and they end up winning the whole thing. They get a standing ovation. The movie ends on Christmas Day with the weirdest montage of a movie we just watched ever in my whole life, with a the end title card. Great. And that, my friends, was In Merry Measure.
We did it.
We did do it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this movie down with 4 segments here on
see?
Deck the Hallmark. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about In Merry Measure, the first Hallmark movie of this week, the start of week number 4. Can you believe that?
Hardly.
Unbelievable.
Just breezing right along here during the holiday season. It's going to be over before we...
It's all the breeze till Thanksgiving week. Let's be
When
honest.
it gets real.
That's when it gets real. Yeah.
Oh, I can already smell it. And I like it. Let's break this movie down. Let's start with a hot take. I'm going to start with you, Brian. Brian?
Yeah.
What do you think about In Merry Measure?
Hark. That's how I'll start this one. This one,
You want to try again?
I was...
Just kick it
Hark.
back to you, Brian. Go ahead. Just one more time.
I'll skip the hark.
Okay, try it one more time. Ready? It's time for you, buddy.
Yep. Hark.
Okay.
Okay. So I was not super excited about this one to begin with.
Okay.
I was the singing aspect, the pop star thing. I was under the impression that she was still a pop star, and there was going to be this rivalry based on that. But I liked how they twisted it a little, and time had passed, and she wasn't quite at that status anymore. And I could not be more pleasantly surprised. By
Could
this
not
one.
have been more pleasantly surprised.
Could not have been more pleasantly surprised.
got it.
Yep. I wanted to see obviously more rehearsal.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously, but we did get a good amount of singing.
we know what you do.
Yeah, so I was happy to hear the songs, and that was really joyful for me. And anytime there's a sing team named the Herald Angels, they're okay in my book.
I see.
That's right, Brian Harold.
That's right. Hark. So speaking of team names, Bran, do you remember when I joined you on Christmas morning last week?
I do. Christmas Morning Podcast.
That's right.
That's exactly right. ChristmasMorningPodcast.com.
One of those segments, your regular Scotty, he was out of town.
Yep.
I filled in. One segment is a Christmas joke.
I do remember.
Do you remember the answer to that joke?
Tell me the joke.
Okay. What do you call elves who escape the North Pole?
Oh, Elfish Presley.
We went through this. This is what
Okay.
we went through before. No, it was Rebels Without a Clause.
Right. Oh my God.
Do you know what the name of the sing team was in this movie?
Rebel Without a
Rebels
Clause?
Without a Clause. Can you even believe
I
it?
can't
Man.
believe that.
Can you believe it?
Kismet.
It was just so
that.
perfect. I couldn't even believe it. And I went off. Scott had a joke for me to use. And
Yeah.
I went off on my own. I said, I feel bad. I'm going to save Scott's joke for him. And of all the jokes in all the world that
Wow.
I made,
Man.
so that one I was just blown away
That's
by.
awesome, dude.
The cast in this one was great. Like Brendan Penny as this nerdy singer I thought he was awesome. And the sister, Jennifer Robinson, as Gretchen.
Yeah.
The football coach, who was just the mayor in Lights, Camera, Christmas. Phenomenal. This was so good. So good. And there wasn't like an intentional misunderstanding or a big secret or anything like that blew things up. I feel like it was like a really well done. I really, really like this movie.
Big thumbs up from Bry.
Yeah.
You think it's like
Hark.
top 3?
No, I don't think so. But
Okay.
it's up there. I'm struggling with
Have
sorting
you released any rankings to the because we
group?
release
No.
them to Bramble Jam Plus every.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
You've not
I
done
need
any.
to, don't I?
Yeah,
You don't
must start
have
doing
to.
that.
I mean, it's not.
It's not also
you-
contractually obligated.
No, I don't think
I
so.
want to. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm still.
Well, that's
catching
actually what matters.
up. the
Is whether or not you
Well,
want
you
to.
want
want
Yeah,
to.
you
Gotcha.
know-
It's up to me, and it's how I. What I
But
choose
it
to
will
do with
come.
that.
It will be actually really handy at the end of the year when we do our our wrap up for the Bramble Jam Plus, where we do the top 5.
when we do.
Yeah. I
'Cause
am
that
ranking
actually
them
matters.
in my own letterbox. I just haven't posted.
Oh wow! So you actually are doing
He's
all of
just
the
not
work.
giving the people that pay us monthly.
The problem
You've
is
done
I,
all the hard
insight
work.
into what he's
I'm doing all the hard work. I'm just not I'm not here
Yeah.
for the accolades of
No
my
one's giving you accolades
Oh,
for
okay.
it.
I still have to finish 2 of the summer movies though, so that's
He's-
where I feel
No,
bad.
we don't care
I'm
about
not here
that.
for-
Really?
The
We
reason
just-
he hasn't posted his rankings is, and I
mean,
want to
there's-
get this straight, he's not here for the accolades.
I don't need to brag.
We
about
just need
the hard work.
we just need your rankings for Christmas.
but the
Christmas.
July Christmas movies.
Oh, I
right?
see what
you
you're
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
So I just feel bad putting like an incomplete ranking out
That
there.
is a Brian move. Just put it up there, buddy. You
right.
got it.
All right.
No one's-
I'll do
listen,
that this
there's no
week.
judgment in here.
No,
But definite judgment.
there will be some judgments.
I want to
Sunday's
start
coming.
off by saying this to our guy Brendan Penny, who's on the line.
Let's get him.
Yeah.
Is he there?
Gummit.
Brendan.
This would have been a great time to hear from him.
Man, it would have been perfect.
I think that we can all agree that Brendan Penny with glasses is a snack.
We do.
Yeah.
I want to
Across the
start
board.
off by saying
And
what
we
I
get to see that for half the movie.
yeah. Wow, I didn't know.
enough.
I didn't know that I didn't know I needed it.
Yeah.
But now that I have it, I never want to see him without glasses ever again. The 2 sisters in this movie, I was like, are they sisters in real life? Like, so good together. So good. I love this movie. I don't think anybody is surprised by that. I thought that this movie was absolutely amazing. My only critique, and I think this is going to be in my top 3, my only critique is this. I heard Sing Off, and I got irrationally excited.
Irrationally.
Yeah.
Irrationally
ERR.
excited about this. So to be promised Sing Off
And not
and
get
to
Sing
not
Off.
get Sing Off,
Yes.
here's what I would have done if I can put on my writer hat here. I would have gone through with the Sing Off, and the first team does it. They do this thing. Second team does it, and then they start singing together.
Yeah. Battling and coming
Battling,
together.
and then it all comes together. They realize that they got
Yes.
something
That's a
special.
better movie. Than
That I
this.
would have actually really liked. Thought it would have been fantastic. But instead, we did get a great West Side Story joke that I actually did chuckle at a good bit, but it also pulled the sing off from underneath my feet, which bummed me out. Aside from that, and aside from the very bizarre montage at the end of this movie, fantastic. I loved it. We'll watch again by the end of the year. Dan?
If you recall, during one of our myriad preview episodes, I gave this movie a cream, I think. I may be wrong on that. But I said this could be the surprise movie. I think the pairing of Brendan Penny and Patty Murin will work because of their traditionally Patty Murin's very like effervescent and Brendan Penny's a little bit more in the box. And I think those two could really work together. Those two do work together. I wish I could say the same for literally anything else about this movie aside from the cast. I was really annoyed by this movie. I love the cast, even the supporting cast. The adult supporting cast was all wonderful in this movie. The kids, bleh. There is no sing-off. The stakes could not possibly be lower than a chorus competition in Dayton, Ohio. I didn't feel bad for Patty Murin once in this movie, not once, and I think we're supposed to, even though she's had a great career because of this one song. So yeah, I was by and large just grumpy about having to watch it because it was just cloying and bad lip syncing and no stakes. But Patty Murin's adorable. Brendan Penny is as good as he's ever been. The sister, is it Jennifer Robertson? Is that what we said her name was?
Yeah.
She's great.
Phenomenal.
So the cast is good. The dialogue has some good, like whip smart lines. There was nothing for them to carry. And that was unfortunate. It's going to finish top, as of this airing, going to finish top 5 for me, 5th for me, but it doesn't crack that top 4, which I think is pretty tough to crack, which is Kismet, Jolly Good, Lights, Camera, and Ghosts of Christmas Always. So it doesn't crack those 4. The cast alone is funny and fun. The rest of it, I really actively it was pretty cloying. I didn't like it at all. So
I think this one is knocking Noah Next Door out of my top 3, and you know how hard that is.
Wow.
It's so hard.
Wow.
Let's talk about the feels.
Yeah, let's.
Bry guy.
So when she sings that scene where she sings one of her new songs at the piano, and he says to her, "It's only a matter of time before you're a star again." I thought that was really great. And I actually was digging the song. Like, the original music in this movie, I thought was really good. I wish we got more of it.
I'd like to listen to Sugar Rush.
I hated Sugar Rush. I hated Sugar Rush.
Would.
Yeah, of course he would. Man, he just doesn't get Sugar Rush.
You don't get it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's like a vibe, dude. And the banter between the sisters, we've all kind of talked about the sisters, and when they did that scene in the mirror, when they did the Home Alone thing together, it was just perfect.
I wrote that down.
It was
Yes,
perfect.
that's the feels.
The Home Alone bits.
I mean,
That
come
was
on.
just, the Home Alone. So that was just perfect.
The other feels that I got was the two of them looking out the window at the daughter
in the car,
and like the bet of $5, and then they bring it back,
Yep.
but her on the other end, like,
Yep.
hey, is Adam gonna like
That
that?
was
I
cool.
thought was really fun. But to see the two sisters, like, on one hand, I'm like, I don't think I'll ever get that excited about my kid like kissing someone. Like, that feels kind of weird.
It's definitely weird.
But also, like, there is something about. I imagine it's going to be a lot of fun when you have a teenager that's hopefully cool and like
I think that would have been creepier had they not given the backstory of she really isn't making friends. I think that aspect of it is like what gives them a pass, because otherwise that's weird.
And also, like, it was the fact that it was the aunt who is saying they're going to kiss.
That's
And
right.
she's like, no, they're not going to kiss.
Yeah.
That helped.
Worked
that
out.
as well.
Worked out.
But it was very funny, and then them bringing it back, I thought was great.
Yeah, the Home Alone bit killed. Where they both do the Kevin hands on the cheeks was just perfect. That was really great. I love that scene.
I think you can hear Sugar Rush. I think I read that as new music. How do I find it? How do I listen to Sugar Rush? That's what I want to know. We're going to take one more quick break. We're going to come back with the Wait, What, and the What, the Hallmark here on Deck the Hallmark on WOOO, the Woodle Noodle. Yes, sir. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Woodle
You guys doing
Noodle,
here?
everybody. It's
Woodle
great
Noodle.
to be here. WOOO. They're new.
They
just
just
signed
got
on.
'em.
They
Yeah.
just signed on.
I was told just to say C
We're on at 1:30 a.m.
a.m. over there, huh?
Woodle Noodle.
Good morning or late night, either way.
Both.
Yeah.
Time just doesn't matter there.
No.
Let's talk about the Wait What. Let's start with you, Brian. Brian, while you were watching this movie, what made you go Wait What, buddy?
So right off the bat, the first scene, the lip syncing was offensive.
Oh my gosh.
Just
I can't. For
offensive.
people who want to put this 1 or 2 or 3, like,
That's hard.
it wasn't satire. That was just bad lip syncing.
For a movie that's about singing.
Oh my goodness, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. I thought at first we talked about this. I thought it was sort of a joke, like making fun of pop stars. No, not a joke at all. They just did a lousy job with the lip syncing. And I kind of wish that. I know you can't, but I just want. I want live singers.
An in-ear like they did for, what was that, Les Mis, that was revolutionary, where they're actually singing during the movie.
Imagine.
Brandon, the lip singing didn't bother you?
It didn't bother me.
Are you kidding me?
Can I tell you why?
Egregious.
I compare every Hallmark movie with music to last year's
Christmas in Harmony.
Christmas in
The lip
Harmony.
syncing was better in Christmas in Harmony.
No.
Way better.
No.
Because I did the same thing.
The group of people singing at the
Brand-
end of Christmas in Harmony.
Yeah, okay, that one scene was not good. This whole movie, the amount of lip syncing in this movie is egregious.
I thought it was
Oh
fine.
boy, was it terrible. No, I was doing the same thing, and I was like, well, Christmas in Harmony did better than this.
I honestly didn't notice with the individual singers.
When Patty Murin's in the bar at the beginning, and she's not even singing into the microphone, you didn't notice that?
I didn't notice it.
It's
I
bad.
just don't know what to tell you, Bran.
Sorry.
Man.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. I'm actually I'm not sorry because I had a good time.
The last minute trip to Ohio from New York City was basically inconsequential, and that's all I'm going to say on that. I'll leave that on the table.
Yeah,
Just
because I'll
understood.
take it from
Thank
there.
you.
I can promise you.
And I couldn't tell if they were bashing Ohio or like building it up, because Darcy said at one point, I haven't had casserole in forever, and her sister says, well, welcome to Ohio. And I'm like, is Ohio the casserole state? Or like, is she making fun of how they don't have a lot of different foods?
Ohio strikes me as a place that people from Ohio take great pleasure in making fun of.
You would think?
It's
Think
weird
so?
though, dude. Like
People love Ohio.
They go nuts. They have a lot of state pride there.
Yeah.
There's so much swag.
Yeah.
I've been to Ohio, and every store has like a ton of Ohio garb, and I'm like, what is this?
But I
'Cause, like,
think if you're
have
from
you guys
there-
been there? Like, I know you're living here, but have you been there? Have you been? Are we in the same place?
If you're from there, I feel like you can take a jab or two. At
OHIO.
OHIO.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they have to spell it. That's their big cheers.
Oh,
We did it. Yay. It's cold.
Let's go.
Where's the ocean? Nowhere near here.
Nowhere.
Come on and move.
So I think
luck, Ed.
they were standing behind Ohio. I think they were all about Ohio. And there was just another time where she was talking about getting the collection of rejected singers, and she's like, I can win this. It's Ohio. And like, I'm just like, are they bad? What are they doing with Ohio? What do they keep? But
Very flippant with
Yeah.
how little of a deal this is.
Yeah.
I want to hammer that point home. This movie, the stakes of this movie are ridiculed by the lead. She is literally like, it's just a singing competition in Ohio. I can win that in a week.
Yep.
That should tell you all you need to know, right?
They were pretty good singers, though, and she's a professional.
Whoever was singing in the studio was great.
Yeah, those singers are professionals. And that's it.
How many emails you think we're getting, Bran, about
From Ohio?
Yeah. Ohioans. Ohioites.
We should start counting them. Report back.
I got a few wait whats. I do appreciate that apparently the just being under a spotlight teaches you parts immediately.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They went from we have no confidence to oh my gosh, you can sing. Let me take you to the spotlight. And then they just knew parts.
Yeah.
Like my guy's singing low. This other girl's doing this thing. The beatbox girl
Just took
finally
the
got it figured out. Just being under the spotlight, you just know it.
Flip a
you
switch.
know it. I want to
It's
give
like
a
being up
shout out to the team that had 2 blow up ornaments lying around. They said, "What do we do? What do we do with these?" And someone said, "Put them in the bleachers."
Yep.
Because there's just 2 giant blow up ornaments in the bleachers in the music room auditorium thing. I don't know why they're there, but they're there. So I like that they had them, and they said, we are going to use every single thing that we have here on set, and we will just put them in the bleachers.
Do it for Ohio.
I got to tell you, man, nothing like having a nice cold beer outside in Ohio in December. Am I
you
right,
said
boys?
it, friend.
It's just nice.
Just a frosty mug.
Just go out there. Oh,
I mean, man.
just drink a nice cold beer.
Sheesh. Hopefully it's trash day.
And I already had a great what the Hallmark, so I'm going to use this one as a wait what. And there was a royalty free song, I'm assuming, whose chorus was Ding Dong Sing Along Woo, and I loved it. Ding Dong Sing Along Woo. I love that song. Shout out Ding Dong Sing Along Woo, Dan.
Yeah, about halfway through this movie, Brendan Penny loses his glasses.
Yeah.
Halfway through, they
It's
go
like
on
from
a
date on.
He takes the glasses off, and they're gone. It is like 2 separate movies. It's
No, that can happen.
glasses.
That can happen.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
That
Why?
happens time to time. Glasses.
And it's a weird move because we know Brendan Penny doesn't wear glasses, and so we've never seen him wear glasses in a movie. And so for him to make that stylistic choice and for it to look as good as it looked, it was weird that he just dropped them midway through the movie. I didn't understand that at all. She is at the beginning of this movie. She goes in on behalf of her niece who doesn't like make the chorus line, and she just storms in and becomes the parent that every teacher hates, which is, I don't have a clue what's going on. I just know the teacher is wrong. She has not, I want to be very clear. She has not once heard her niece sing.
Yeah.
They established that. She's not in the shower, not anywhere. She's never once heard her niece sing. Her niece could be the worst singer on the planet. And she storms in and demands to know why she didn't make the roster, didn't make the cut, and got cut off in the middle of her audition. Maybe she was really bad. Like, his explanation is a good explanation. Now, it turns out, of course, she's got a great voice. But Patty Murin's character's never heard the girl sing, not even in the shower. It's a terrible move. Those are the worst parents. They just are. How famous is she? Because in
Very
her
famous.
in her hometown,
At one time, she was very famous.
in her hometown, she goes to 3 different public places, doesn't get recognized once, and then the 4th time she goes out to eat, people can't leave her alone. And I just let's have a little bit of consistency. Mariah Carey hadn't had another single in 20 years. But I'm just telling you right now, if she goes anywhere, people know her because she had that one Christmas hit.
Even in Ohio.
That's right.
She
Even
has
in Ohio.
other songs besides Christmas, Dan.
But I understand she does. She was very famous before All I Want for Christmas Is You. I want to be very clear. She's got one of the best voices, like Music Box. Great album. Not the same. What I'm saying is Patty Murin had a Christmas hit that was a bona fide hit.
Is Sugar Rush a Christmas song?
Yes.
It is?
You sure
thought
about
we
that?
know that.
You sure?
Is it not?
You sure about
I don't
that?
know.
That's even worse.
You
then.
sure about that? That's why.
I'm not sure about it.
Okay.
I don't
think
that's
it
even
is.
worse. If she had like an actual hit and in her hometown, she's not noticed all movie and then all of a sudden she is noticed, it just did inconsistency. Like she should be just kind of signing autographs occasionally, I feel like.
Maybe someone can tell me, but what I heard of Sugar Rush, it was not a Christmas song. It was just about love.
Oh, okay, great.
Love is sweet.
Maybe it is. She does it. Okay, yeah. Love is
She
sweet.
does. She does do it at her Christmas
Christmas
show.
show.
But
That's
you know,
right.
not all songs
That's
you sing
fair.
at a Christmas show. Or Christmas Day.
When Brendan Penny takes her out for a beer, this is a great scene. You should go back and take it to the tape. They order the beers, and he said, "Can we get 2 beers? We're going to be on the patio." So I guess they're bringing him the beers, which is great. He turns around, and Patty Murin, who's her character's never been in the bar, walks where she's supposed to go. Brendan takes a hard right and almost hits the Christmas tree. And he stops and looks back, and Patty and him are like at a 45-degree angle, and then he goes with her. And he's the one that's been in the bar and knows the bar. Yep. He turns around and almost just smacks right into the Christmas tree. It's
great.
It's really good television. You should go check it out if you get a chance. Let's talk about this travel, shall we?
Yeah.
Hey, the CEO's got to meet you in person. Got to sing. We want to do it at noon. Well, a Dayton to New York City flight is 1 hour and 50 minutes. Your chorus, whatever, is singing in the evening. This is not a deal breaker of any kind. 7 a.m. flight to Dayton, in New York City to sing, back on a flight at 2:30, 3 in the afternoon, home before 5. Yeah. This is not in the ballpark of a deal breaker. In fact, to say that you're going to be home base out of Dayton is stupid. Just tell them you're in New York, and then you could still get there on time whenever you wanted to. When you say that you're a singer in New York and you're moving to Dayton, that's pretty much saying you're retiring, right? Right? Like,
Oh wait,
we're definitely getting those emails now. Hey guys, you guys want some Campbell's soup? Anybody?
I love
How about
it.
a double label?
Boy,
Which
for some
Brian?
reason I'm starving. For
Yeah,
something.
that's right. They have a scene where the camera's coming in one way and the label's up front, and then you see the camera from the other side and the label is still facing front, which is one of those interesting Campbell's soup cans that has the label on both sides with no ingredients anywhere. So that was fun.
we don't get enough product placements anymore. So whenever we do get to see one in the wild, it's always exciting.
Always exciting. That's all I got, Brad.
It's time for what the Hallmark Inspired Show. We wonder what could have been. Maybe happens to get some clear questions that we still have. I do want to say really quickly on the record, ding dong, sing along, woo. I'll start with you, Brian. What are you wondering about, pal?
Nothing great, actually. In this movie, they had that drink at the coffee shop, the hot chocolate.
The minty,
whatever. Yeah,
mentacular,
Sure.
mentation.
And
Yes.
it had whipped cream on it, right? But I was wondering, are we more whipped cream or marshmallow in the drink? Folks, I'm more whipped cream.
Yes,
if I'm going.
we've
to
had this conversation, I believe, on the pod before. I'm a whipped cream and hot chocolate. Don't give me marshmallows and hot chocolate.
Okay.
Whipped cream is an absolutely necessary part of hot chocolate.
Okay.
Because it's real hot, cold on top, makes a perfect sip every time. Brand's not with me, but that is very important to me.
I actually think that whipped cream is confusing.
Yeah.
I
think
go
you're
in,
confusing.
and I'm like, oh, it's cold, it's ready to drink, and then I put it in my mouth, and then I die.
Yeah.
So
It's a perfect cold hot combo. It's everything you want.
You ever do marshmallows?
all the time.
All the time.
He's a
okay.
marshmallow boy.
The only other thing was that dance the two did, the two leads during the song, that
Right.
made me laugh out
We have
loud.
to mention it.
It was great.
How did that make the movie?
Yeah, it didn't make
It
sense.
doesn't fit in their characters.
But I loved
it. was
it.
clearly an outtake, and they decided to put it in there. I'm happy that they're letting people do things and let Patty and Brendan do things, but like it has to make sense for characters. I did not get joy out of that.
Well, they're
because
having, I thought it was hilarious, and they're having a good time. Like they both reconnected. They're jamming out. They're done with all their hard work. It's time to party hard. I
You
thought
didn't
it was
get
really
joy
fun.
from it.
I did not.
Really? Boy,
Go.
Obviously, I recorded it so I can have it forever.
Right.
On my phone, but.
All right, guys. I have a theory about this movie, and it's that Panda wrote it.
Wow.
And I want to give you a specific piece of dialogue that is proof of this.
Let's hear it.
First of all, Panda, we love you. Panda's coming up in just a second. He actually just walked in. Did you write this?
Buddy.
We'll find out.
He's got his mouth full of goldfish.
They're getting ready to walk into the restaurant for their date.
Okay.
And we overhear a conversation by them. And the conversation is this. Adam says, I have so many points.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Darcy says, what do you use your points on? And Adam says, goldfish.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
Panda wrote that movie,
I
right?
forgot about
At least
this.
that scene.
One. What?
Why?
I have so many points. What do you use them on? Goldfish. I don't know how. I don't. Speaking of things, I don't know how they made it in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how. That is so random.
Yeah.
It is such a random piece of dialogue to have and be like, where do we use this? I guess put it over top when they're walking in the restaurant.
Yep.
I loved it.
Same here.
Panda clearly wrote that.
Yep.
Because he absolutely uses all of
can't
his
believe I didn't
points
catch that.
on goldfish.
That was really funny. I forgot. Thank you for bringing
You're
that
welcome.
Nice.
Ding dong sing along will.
Ding dong sing along woo. I also have a theory. My theory is that this competition is rigged. Now,
Wow.
why would I say that? Number one, they've won it 7 times in a row.
Okay.
Number two, the entire audience gives a standing ovation when the winner is announced, meaning that only fans of that school are in attendance. Come to think of it, we really don't see any other schools perform in this thing. So is it a competition with one group, or are all the other schools bust in and that Brendan Penny School gets the home field advantage? Regardless, not any time is put into making us believe this is a real competition aside from the one group that's singing and wins, and
We
everyone
do
in the
see
crowd.
one group from the side, which
That's
is the
right.
Rebel Without a
Rebels
Clause.
with-
Rebels Without a Clause. But everyone in the entire auditorium rises to their feet to give the winning team a standing ovation, which if there are parents from the other school, that would not happen. So I think it's rigged.
You wouldn't stand?
I would not stand for my kid. Like, I'd give it like a nice.
No, but if everybody else is standing,
Yeah, everybody
No.
gets up.
you
but
would.
that's the problem is you're counting on all the other parents.
I'm just saying, okay, but there's an influx. There's an influx of people standing.
Right,
There
in any
is
competition.
There is pressure for the audience.
In any
Once
competition.
people start standing,
No.
it gets away from you quick. Does it not, Brian?
In any competition, the group that are fans of the losing side is not getting caught up in a standing ovation wave.
I don't
It's
know.
not happening. No way.
I also didn't see the other side of the auditorium. There
They
could have been
show
people
both.
Just you sure?
Yeah.
This was after the winner?
Yes.
Okay, so
I have giving standing ovations for things that I regret.
But never for losing. You've not given one when you lost.
I don't know. Everybody
you don't know what
supports
I've
all the
done in my
kids.
life.
You don't know.
You don't know the things I've done, the awful things that I've done. There's something about everyone around you standing up where you're like, my body is it no longer has a choice. It's rising with the tide. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied,
Yeah.
and I'm still getting up.
And it's I mean, the parents must be psyched. It's over.
It's
They get to
over.
leave,
There is
so
that. I would give
whatever.
a
Let's
standing
just
ovation
get
for
out
that.
of here.
Right, high school a cappella is over. Finally.
Season over.
We
On
did,
to the
everybody.
gymnastics meet.
Congratulations. We got a double decker of the week.
Yeah, we
Panda's
do.
here. Let's really quickly change sets, get out of our cardigans, and then kick it to Panda. Panda,
Hit it.
Take it away, buddy.
Double decker of the week.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. Great episode so far.
Thanks for popping back in.
Funny.
That's right.
I chuckled at least 3
You're
times.
sitting off to the side. You come and sit. You refuse to record, but you listen to the whole episode. Yeah, you're prima donna that way. But you were laughing a good deal this evening.
Chuckled abundantly.
If you enhance the audio, you can hear it.
It's cranking way up in the car. What was that? We weren't cranking it up right now. Okay, thanks.
I like to listen
or do extra work.
That's right. Of course not.
Yeah, that's a good laughs.
All of them. Double Dare of the Week is Jessica Wright.
Jessica did the right thing by signing up for Virginia Plus.
That's right.
Now her story is going to be told.
Well, and Jessica, let me say this. Jessica is still in school. She's learning. She's working. She's
What type of
still
school?
She's at Khan Academy.
Khan
Academy.
Khan Academy.
Yeah, Khan
Are
Academy.
they? Is it KHN?
Yes.
So is it like learning how to be Khan from Star Trek?
No, it's the Genghis Khan, teaching you that ancient dynasty and how to be part and training for the ancient dynasty.
So boring.
It's not because you get to do a lot of reenacting.
Do you like kill people and like try to expand your territory?
Well, that is part of it. I would say that it is maybe less emphasis on the real violence of it, and it's
What about the amount of children that Genghis Khan sired? Because like one out of every nine people is related to Genghis Khan. What about that part of it? Is that a big part of it?
That's a huge part of it. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad. That's actually the third course the entire time. Which, I gotta be honest with you, kind of shocking if you really think about the Khan. I can't believe it got off the ground. But who am I to judge Khan Academy in this day and age?
Clearly, you're not one to judge it.
In this day and age, at least.
Yeah.
They drew the line with that, but not on the violence.
That's right. In a former time, this would have been okay. But in 2022,
offensive.
Do you love Genghis Grill?
God, I do love Genghis Grill. It's the most important meal.
Right. Exactly right. Congratulations to Jessica. Stay in school.
Keep
it up. Maybe drop out before the third one. Congratulations.
Right now, she's just talking about taking over territory.
Okay. That's all.
Just boilerplate imperialism. Right?
Dan, really, what is imperialism if we ask?
Yeah. I think that's the first question they ask in class one.
Yeah, that's great.
Congratulations. Back to you boys. Thanks, fellas. Great to see you guys. We're going to be back tomorrow with another episode. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is the That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Name. It's recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.